There are a number of elements within your program that I use to manipulate the intensity on a given day. The most common tempos you will see in your program is 10x, 311, and 211. What these mean for 30x, the first number is how long the eccentric duration of your lift is. The easiest way to define your eccentric portion is when the weight is traveling the same direction as gravity. For example, on a back squat, you are the weight. When you are traveling downwards, you're traveling the same direction as gravity, so that is the eccentric portion of your lift. The middle number, which in this case is a 0, refers to the pause at the bottom of the lift or at the end of the movement. So for your back squat, think of it as pausing in the bottom of your squat. And the third number, which is an X in this case, refers to the length of time the concentric should take you. The easiest way to define this is it's just the opposite of your eccentric. When your concentric value is X, all this means is I want you to explode out of the bottom as fast as you can. With this, bar speed is the most important aspect. I want you to focus on moving the bar, or moving the dumbbell, or moving the machine as fast as possible out of your end range. The second aspect that I'll use to manipulate your program is RPE, or rate of perceived exertion. The RPE scale goes from 1 to 10 and is essentially a measure of how difficult you find an exercise to perform. If I prescribe an exercise to an RPE of 10 out of 10, this means that on the 10th rep, you shouldn't be able to do any more even if you're trying your very hardest, and 9 is one step away from this. When you're starting your program, this will likely feel difficult and hard to gauge exactly where you are. This will become clearer as you become more experienced with your program and more attuned to how you feel when you're training. Don't worry at the start if your RPE feels like it's all over the place. It probably is. We'll work to center it as you go along. The final note that you'll see in your training is supersets. What this means, you perform one exercise directly after the other without any break in between, and then take a long break after the second exercise is completed. This will be on your program as A1, A2. For example, perform A1, take no break, and perform A2. Once you have A2 completed, take the prescribed rest and go back and restart A1. All three of these methods are an important part of how we manipulate your program to achieve the best possible results in the shortest possible time. With this, it's really important that you understand each of them and try stick to the prescribed tempo, RPE, and supersets carefully. If there's anything you're not sure of on your program, communicating with me is extremely important to get it right, to make sure you're going to progress as much as possible in the shortest given time.